Land of power, land of might, exceptional rage, endless fight, patriot bulldozer, leading the way, crushing all foes, making them pay. Flag in hand, fury in eyes, screams of pride, ignoring lies, iron grip, ruthless and cold, American dream, fierce and bold, bow before the storm, unstoppable wave, marching forward, no soul to save, bulldozers wrath, tearing apart, exceptionalism, fire in the heart, no retreat, no surrender, bulldozers force, a savage offender, red, white, blue, burning bright, in the chaos he finds delight, blazing trails of destruction left, in the name of the blessed theft, freedom's price, a crimson blade, bulldozer sandwich of fear, legend made, bow before the storm, unstoppable wave, marching forward, no soul to save, bulldozers wrath, tearing apart, exceptionalism, fire in the heart. Blazing trails of destruction left, in the name of the blessed theft, freedom's price, a crimson blade, bulldozer savage the flame, legend made, bow before the storm, unstoppable wave, marching forward, no soul to save, bulldozers wrath, tearing apart, exceptionalism, fire in the heart.
Good evening, everybody. Hope you all are having a thoroughly enjoyable Thursday evening. Welcome to the Dozer Den. If you have not yet, smash that like button. Go ahead and give it a good thumping. Or you could lean in real close to that like button and whisper sweet nothings in its ear, and then just plow away and give it all you got. Very, very important, a very free way that you can help support this channel by smashing the like button, following the channel here on Rumble, on X at Bulldozer74__, on pill.net. Get you a dose of the good stuff over the Dozer Den on pill.net. We're on BitChute and the dozerden.locals.com. If you didn't know, I stream Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 9:30 p.m. Central. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, newsy stuff. 3 to 4 news topics with palate cleansers sprinkled about throughout the show. And on Saturdays, it's a bit of a different vibe. It's a chill stream, a hangout stream. We might have one topic, but for the most part, we're taking music video requests for the Dozer Den DJ Hour, where you can rock out with your cock out, jam out with your clam out. Those are the only two options. If you're intersex, you have to pick a fucking lane already, for the love of God. Entropy Nomad coming in off the bat with one gifted sub. My goodness gracious. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate the heck out of it. Guys, if you're lucky enough to get gifted a sub, because some people, like Entropy Nomad, they want to shower the chat with their love or spray the chat with their love. I'm not going to judge you based on what verb you want to use, okay? But I appreciate the heck out of that. If you get lucky enough to get gifted a sub, your name will be lit up in the most beautiful shade of MAGA red. That's right, you're going to catch a rumble rash. It oozes patriotism, and the only treatment is more America. That's right, everybody wants the rumble rash. It's delightful. I've been told.
Hulk! Smash!
That's how I feel after that gifted sub. Look at that. Cyrene Pickle was the lucky recipient. And you will now have access to a plethora of wondrous, stupendous, fantabulous emotes. Some animated, some not. Hopefully all kind of entertaining. Entropy Nomad with a whoosh, slap of that peach. Every now and then you gotta slap the peach. Sometimes you make them count just to drive the point home. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Mm. Mm. Very nice. Very nice. Look at that. Siren Pickle. You got it now. Gotta get it. Gotta get it. Siren, now you got that. You got the option. All thanks to Entropy Nomad. Very, very nice. Very nice indeed. You love to see it, guys. You love to see it. What's up, Yanni Fangs? What's up, Salt Dumpster, JDL37? Dildozer 5000. Brondo. It's got electrolytes. It's what plants crave. Good to see everybody tonight. Thanks for joining this episode of the Dozer Den. Don't forget to share this stream out with your loved ones, your friends, your family, your ex-girlfriends, boyfriends, Caesars, and friends. I'm not judging. Just keep it consensual between adults and preferably behind closed doors, and we will not have ourselves a problem. Yanni Fangs with a whoosh. Dozer. Whoosh. That's right. That is right. Hope you guys are doing okay. I'm doing all right. The weather's getting cooler here in southeast Missouri. It's lovely. I'm enjoying it. I am enjoying it. It's been too hot. It's been too hot. It was very dry, very hot. Now it's cooling off, and I'm here for it. Don't have the window unit on going, so get out of the corner here, guys. Did you know you can do things like sharing the stream out, reposting here on Rumble? We will shout out to the repost. Yanni Fang's coming in before the show even started with the repost. Thank you so much for that. Helps this channel grow. We need to welcome more killdozers here into the Dozer Den to increase the army. Metaphorical, currently. Probably going to say that way. And thank you so much for your viewership and your support. Southwest Missouri too, getting cooler. Yeah. Hey, Sam Duty over there on the YouTubes. That's right, I forgot. I did hit the YouTube thing today. We're going to be live on YouTube today too. So if you want to follow me on the YouTubes, I have 57 followers there. It's not where my main focus is, though. My main focus is definitely Rumble, Pilled, and X. We've got a little over 4,000 followers over there on the X machine. I get in fights with cultists and commies over there. That's the goal, anyways. That is the goal. But we are going to be having a premium hour tonight. So at the hour, maybe more, I don't know. It depends on how froggy I'm feeling. There was a really cool Joe Rogan experience. So our premium hour, I am in the Rumble Creator Program. If you have not gotten Rumble Premium yet, did you know that you can get premium? You sure can. Let me see if there's an ad for it. We could do an ad read for it. No, not right now. Fine. Maybe I'll do one later. I don't know. Wait, I don't need to do any more ad reads this month. Huzzah! I'm done with that. We got our 5 out the way. But I do have to get premium hours. I have to get 5 hours of premium content in here on Rumble to be in the creator program. And if you want access to that, you can subscribe to Bulldozer74 for a measly $5 a month. You can do that here on Rumble, or you can do that on the dozerden.locals.com. Honestly, that's where you get the most bang for your buck, because then you have access to the live chat over there, the live chat here. You can comment underneath things that I post over there in the dozerden.locals.com, and you can post things that you find fascinating or interesting or titillating in the dozerden.locals.com. The only restrictions that we have, what's up, S. Henson 1980? The only restrictions in the dozerden.locals.com live chat is no genitalia and no direct threats of ending people. Very, very simple parameters that I think most people can stay within. But yes, that is an option to support the channel. You can also Rumble Rant. You can give subs. You can donate via Venmo or Cash App. Look at that. We got two options that can go directly to the Dozer Den household. Those options, nothing goes to Rumble, just straight to the Dozer. So those are options. Nobody ever has to donate monetarily to the Dozer Den, but if you do, I sincerely appreciate the heck out of you. You can repost over there on pill.net and Red Pill as well. You can sub on pill.net too, so those are options. Pill.net has a really cool live chat. They have a lot of stickers and stuff, even though I can't see them right now with my little extension through Microsoft Edge, so I'm going to have to fix that at some point. But yeah. Pants required, typically, yes, or at least underwear. at least. No curtains. No curtains, guys. What else? What are other parameters do I have to meet this month? Oh, just hours streamed. And actually, let me check real quick. I don't want to be a liar to you guys. We are going to be going for about probably 3-ish hours tonight. It's going to be the more typical longer stream. I know we've been kind of going a little bit shorter. Been stressed, been busy with work, so I've been kind of tired and family stuff. So I just been kind of tired. So that's why we've been having some shorter shows than normal. Although I say that, but we had like a 4-hour and 20-something minute stream on Monday. So what am I talking about? Let me see here real quick. What parameters do we need to meet yet? Yep, that's the only two. We've got 3 already. We've got our 5 ad reads. We've got our unique chatters. We got hours watched. So we just got to do the last 15 or so hours, and then 5 hours of premium, which I don't like doing the premium. I really don't. I wish they would phase it out, to be honest with you guys. But I understand. So, that sucks. Was gonna show your glorious tiny bean for support. I appreciate that initiative. The intent is important. Okay, so I appreciate that. Gosh, we got 26 people watching over there on the X Machine, 18 people watching here on the Rumbles, 1 person on the dozerden.locals.com, and then 1 person on the YouTubes. No telling how many people are on pill.net right now. It kind of ebbs and flows as far as viewership goes over there. It's a cool platform, but yeah. You were gonna send your glorious tiny bean. Well, like I said, the at least the intent matters. So. No, on natural. Usually not. Oh, guys, I took off the whole week of rifle season for deer hunting this year. Going to be out in the deer woods for a little bit, so I probably won't be streaming. I might actually. I'm not going to be out in the woods the whole time, so I'm probably not going to be streaming as many days during deer season. Starts on the 15th, goes to the 25th rifle season. That's usually the only time I really get out there and do any hunting. Maybe I can get another buck to hang out with the buddy up there. That's an idea. You had no idea Gavin McGinnis was in the chat. Yeah, he's going to show his peen and pee on the table. That was so weird. So why would he do that to Friday Night Tights? It wasn't a cool move, Gavin. I think the Bud Light got to you, bub. But guys, we have a show tonight. We're going to talk about stuff and things and stuff. Stuff and things. Enunciation is important on the internet. Don't want anybody getting confused. It's not that type of show. Not tonight, anyways. But we are going to talk about some things. Guess what? Bobble Trump. He's dropping peace bombs, spreading peace throughout the land. Israel, Hamas, you guys got to get along. Daddy Trump said so. Finally, we're laying down the law. Daddy Trump said, you go to your corner. You don't have a corner anymore because Israel kind of destroyed it, but it's okay. You got a tiny little spot. Maybe we can help rebuild. We're going to make it Mara Gaza. There's a peace deal. Apparently, Hamas has agreed to it. Israel has agreed to it. But Israel has a habit of sabotaging that. We'll see. I hope for good things. I pray for good things. I would like things to stop being blown up and people dying. That would be great. In general, though, I'm more focused on us. Can we focus on us and not sending money elsewhere? Can we focus on this country? You said apparently gas is going to get under $2 a gallon. That's what Trump said recently. Maybe it's $2.59 in a town close to me. But in my town, it's like 280 something, 290 something. And I don't know how 35 minutes makes that much of a difference. I don't understand it. It's, I guess, the vendor that you get, or the supplier that you get gas from. I, I, count me befuddled. I don't get it. 30 minutes, 30 cents. I guess. I don't know. I don't understand the way these things work. I am confused though. But we're going to talk about the Israel peace deal. It seems like things are happening. Jared Kushner was meeting with Netanyahu and somebody else. So we got a story from Fox News. We have some clips and stuff like that. So we're going to go through that. The sticker fund. You'll trade me a gifted sub for donations to the sticker fund. Nice. I'm going to do that. I'm going to get that done. I've got to actually open up that account. I need to figure out how to do that. Somebody was telling me the other day. It's not that hard to open up the sticker bill shop. So you're currently hunting dusky grouse in Alberta. Really, Yanni, thanks. I'm going to sell deer meat like King of Biltong. Oh no, I'm going to eat that. I still have actually. I've not gotten and cooked out my my straps from last year. We ate all the ground. The ground's about gone, pretty much gone. But yeah. Oh, and a video game. Nice, Yanni, thanks. I'll say, what are you doing up there in Kanakistan? Mark said, nice. That's what it is. I don't know if I came up with that on my own. I think that was somebody else, but hey, I'll take it. Holy shit, Salt Dumpster! Your gas is $4.18 a gallon. You lucky. Are you in California? Where are you at that you're getting so bent over and the pump is just going straight? You know, you guys remember that X video? And it was on X. It was just a video that was on X, not one of those. The pump right up there. Is that how it works there? That sucks. Backstrap is the best part. That's what I got. I got it in the freezer. I've just not gotten the marinade materials yet because I want to marinate it before I. Here's the idea: I've got peppers, I've got cream cheese. Got to get the ingredients for a good marinade, and then I'm gonna wrap them in bacon. After I stuff so I'm gonna butterfly the straps. I've already got them cut into steaks before I froze them. So I'm gonna butterfly the straps. Put the cream cheese, peppers in there, and then wrap it in bacon, and then probably foil wrap it. That's the thought. Sam Duty coming in like a Chad in the chat. Gifting a sub, showering the chat with his love. Thank you so much for that, Sam Duty. You son of a gun, you. Appreciate the heck out of that, man. That is definitely appreciated. And look at that, JDL37. Look at that. The chat is very red tonight. Most people are going to still be able to hang out for the premium hour or so. I don't know if we're going to get through the whole thing tonight for the premium portion in that interview, but we have an interview. First, let me go. Okay. Real quick. Thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate that. You have made the kids happy. Look at that. That puts us at actually $40 away from hat goal, guys. Do you know what hat goal is? Well, we have a gimmick here in the Dozer Den. If we hit $50 worth of donations, I'll put on a fancy hat. Is it going to be the tricorn hat tonight with the turkey feather? Maybe. Is it going to be the spooky Burger King crown? Possibly. We'll see if we get there. I forgot. Did I wear that the other night? I have to go back and review the stream. What's up, Sertorius01? Good to see ya. Salt Dumpster, you only have mule deer? So you're up north then. The big old fat ones, I only... You Northern California. Okay. Huh. I've always wanted to kind of kill a muley. I've heard they're a little bit more aggressive too. Sticker fun. Well, I appreciate that, Sam Duty. Thank you so much for that. Booger King. Not boogers. No, it's not that type. It's not. But, yes, we are, that puts us at $40 away from hat goal. We reached hat goal on Monday. It can happen any stream. But I don't drink on the weekday streams typically. So, what's up, Wise Elk? Good to see you. Please have some good news. Well, yeah, I do have a little bit of good news. It looks like the Israel peace deal might be a thing. We'll see. Israel has a tendency of fucking things up, but whatever. Second story that we're going to get into, Letitia, Peekaboo, James. Far too thick for most men. She's been indicted for some fraud So that's a good thing because she actually broke the law. If you look through Nate the lawyer, guy who's like left, but like sensible left for the most part sometimes, he was calling it bullcrap, thinking it was the case was just bullcrap. He looked into the indictment and he goes, actually she's got problems. Reno mad at Miga. Make Israel great again. That's silver over 51 today. Nice. That's good stuff. Appreciate the support, guys. You guys are rocking it tonight on a Thursday. You love to see it. Love to see it, guys. But we're going to talk about that case, and then we actually have a hearing. Someone on X, and I've got the link. All these the links to these things, articles, videos, the X thread that we're going to go through about the Oregon National Guard being federalized. There was a hearing, and there was somebody who was there and was transcripting it. So I just thought that was kind of interesting, and I figured, well, let's read through it. Why not? So that'll be the third topic and final topic of the free portion of the show, and then we will move into the premium portion where we are going to have a little watch party of a Joe Rogan experience from like a couple weeks ago or something like that with Gregg Braden. Interesting conversations. I've listened to some of it and then I fell asleep. But Gregg Braden, I think that's how you say his name, maybe Braden. They cover all kinds of interesting things, spirituality, and how science maybe factors into that, transhumanism, just all kinds of fun stuff. Really something that I think is kind of interesting, and would like to have a watch party with you guys and provide my analysis of it as we go. You don't think AIPAC's going to let it happen? Probably not. But I'm going to put positive energy out there and hope stuff settles down. Hope that it stops. I did see somebody, it was coming from John Cusack, so showing like an aerial satellite picture of what Gaza, looked like before and then after Israel has done what it's done, and it's just, it's pretty one-sided, guys. It's pretty one-sided. Oh, did you see, guys? Candace Owens has changed her tune and says that Charlie Kirk was shot from the front now. Says the bullet was lodged in there and did indeed explode and got, when it hit his neck. Yeah. But the biggest thing about the whole Charlie Kirk shooting thing that really has just disappointed me is, why can't people just wait like for the full investigation? Why? It's not that hard. It's really not hard to just take a breath and wait for more information to come out. We're not going to know everything from the get. We're just not. And if you act like you do, that's irresponsible in my opinion. And that's why you haven't heard me say concrete one way or the other, this or that. Apparently they released the actual metadata of those text messages. And guys, like I said that day, yeah, my BS meter went off when they released the printout. The actual messages show that's just how those. Here's what I said at the time. I said, yeah, my bullshit meter is going off, but we have to remember we're dealing with Reddit autists, and if you've ever been in Reddit forums, they do talk like that. They're freaking weird. And apparently they're real. More information still needs to come out, but apparently they're just weirdos. I mean, he is dating a trans furry and decided to shoot somebody, so I digress, though. We're not going to know for sure. And we're not going to know everything at all times. So, yeah. Yeah, I would just caution, be very skeptical of the sources, no matter what they are, in general, when it comes to stuff like this. So, the Brutus Commission determined that Julius Caesar was assassinated by a lone dog man. Dogger man? Dodger man? I don't know. A recent study showed that AI is 96% likely to blackmail your CIO if threatened with shutoff. Good news, ChatGPT is only 45% likely to kill you. Sleep soundly. Yeah, it's very comforting. Very, very comforting. I love it. News and politics Wise out. I have news and politics burnout. More like a burn through. I dip out early. Understandable. I will say, though, Wise Oak, if you come back for the premium portion, it's all about spirituality and science and transhumanism and really cool esoteric kind of topics. So, It's good news, though. Dagger Man. Oh, okay. All good, Wise Elk. Appreciate you hanging out here for the time you were. If you want to just lurk, that's fine too. Trust me, we will have moments of levity. I've got to break it up, guys. I've got to break up the monotony. Okay? You guys want to see some nerds be in love? Here's some happy news for you guys. Nerds in love, okay? Using what his girlfriend likes most, a man proposed to her with Pokemon cards. Guys, as a nerd, I never really got into Pokemon cards, but this is sweet.
There we go.
I want to say it.
That's right. Okay.
I go first, though. Okay?
All right. All
I
right.
go first. Don't look. No.
I'm not gonna look.
First.
Did you already look?
No.
Oh.
Thank you.
The thick
Didn't
braid.
get nothing, so that's it for me. All right, you go.
Okay.
Go slow.
Unless I'm using my thumbs, yes,
Sorry.
JDL 37.
Impedimp. Oh my god.
I love you so much, Katie Van Eden. And I cherish all the times we've been together. And getting friends is all I can do. But I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Because you're amazing. Will you marry me?
That's so sweet.
Yes.
Look at that. He's winning, damn it.
She said yes right away.
Good for them. They're going to go on to have a nerdy wedding and have nerdy children. Maybe Tylenol Americans, who knows? But that's a moment of levity and a moment of pureness there for you. Nerd love is the purest love. I agree, Harry Toe. I agree, Harry Toe, too. Guys, if you haven't yet smashed that like button yet, because I know some of you need reminding, Harry Toe, go ahead and smash that like button. It's asking for your attention. And I get it, you might get excited about the like button. I do too. But if you have to hit it more than once, don't just hit it twice. You must hit it at least thrice. For if you hit it twice, you cancel it out, and we don't want to do that. We want to be proud killdozers here in the Dozer Den, all right? It's very important. Very, very important. Nope, silence. I didn't say you could start playing again. Ah, yes, yes, yes. I have another funny to get into before we get into the Israel Palestine stuff. I didn't know this was a thing. I hope this is fake. If this is real, I just don't know. I really don't. An Austrian tongue choir, giggity, from the Alps region of Tyrol sings Moscow Nights with their tongue in a 1982 performance. If not for the internet, we'd never know music videos like this existed. Guys, it's heavenly. It's ethereal. Enjoy the tongue music. Anythings? No, that is indeed real. Why? Why? What? Who decided that this needed to be a thing? I mean, God bless you, because it has given me joy. It brought joy to me. Shit. I hope their tongues brought you joy as well, guys. So I end up married, Wise Elk. Ah! Excuse me. Ah! I'll make it. I swear. Just a little bit. Maybe. What's up, Sheena? 1984. Good to see you. Thank you for joining this episode of the Dozer Den. You know, guys, with some of the stuff that's going on. Oh my goodness gracious, handy news with a raid over there on pilled.net. Thank you so much, handy news. Appreciate the heck out of that. You caught me mid cough. I'm only dying a little bit. Thank you for the support over there, the red pills and the reposts. I still need to get with I still need to try to get on with handy at some point. I need to check my DMs. That'd be a smart idea. Thank you so much for that. If you are new to the Dozer Den, first of all, welcome to the Dozer Den. Hi there. I'm BillDozer74. You can follow me here on pill.net. You can follow me on Rumble at BillDozer74. You can follow me on the X Machine at BillDozer74 __. We've got a little over 4,000 followers there. Thank you so much for the support, though, wherever you may be. Made the kids happy. Made the kids happy. And guys, if you didn't know, we are $40 away from hat goal. That's right. I have a gimmick here in the Dozer Den. If we hit $50 worth of donations, I will put on a fancy hat. Harry Toad, that's a video is why lesbians exist. Makes sense. Throat singers of tuba. Well, they weren't singing with their throat. It was with their tongues. What's up, Pulled McGroin? Good to see you. Good evening, all. We'll be lurking for a while, still grading papers. God bless you, good sir. Educating the next generation. But with this stuff, with the Israel deal, you know, there are liberals that are really mad. There are liberals that are really, really mad, okay? And they've got to get their anger out some way or another. Well, it turns out this guy got so triggered from MAGA talking about Trump that he had to make a video punching mattresses. He thought about it, set up the camera, recorded himself uppercutting, kind of, and I thought to himself, yeah, this'll show him. This is liberal rage, guys. Me after listening to MAGAs at work talk about how great a job Trump is doing. Hardcore! Hey, knocked your thing over there, man. Your angle got all messed up. I don't know about you guys, but I'm just scared. I'm scared shitless right now. What are we gonna do? Well, that's our. I mean, if it comes to a civil war scenario, that's their guy. That's the one that they're gonna use. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know what we do with this. You know, it was a good run. It was a good run, but that dude with the man bun, guys. Yeah. What's up, Moonwolfin? Shiver me timbers. Arr. Oh, let me gotta pull this up on Pilled on my phone because I can't see my stickers or use stickers with my little extension that I've got through Microsoft Edge. I don't know why. Maybe I should stop edging. Woohoo. There's some stickers I see you guys are putting out there, and it's not loading. Hooray. Why don't you load? Just do what I asked you to do. Come on now. Anyways, what happened to your mattress? Well, you know, it had to have liberal rage exuded upon it. All right, that's what had to happen. I don't make the rules, okay? I don't make the darn rules. It's not up to me what the liberal man bun guy does with those things. I wasn't sure those were mattresses, to be honest with you. But thank you for the support on Pilled and on Rumble, wherever you may be supporting. I appreciate you. Very, very nice. There we go. You guys a sticker over there and Pilled if it'll load. There we go. Yeah, that worked. Thank you so much for the follows over there on Pilled. You guys are awesome. Lunar weapons. He's probably good at fluffing. Probably, yes. I would agree. He's probably good at fluffing. Makes sense. Sounds about right. Honestly. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get in fluffing pillows. Yeah, sure. That's exactly what you meant. Let's go ahead and get into the first topic. We've got some peace in the Middle East on the way. Hopefully. Maybe. We'll see. I guess. Let me see. Actually, I had a clip of one of the people with Hamas, like a Hamas leader, talking about peace. So let's pull that up really quick. If we can scroll. There it is. Hamas, Khalil al-Hayya, says that they're declaring, oh my goodness gracious, entropy nomad with a $1 Rumble rant. Guys, do you know what that means? First of all, that means we're $6 of donations tonight. And also, it's a $1 Rumble rant. And on Rumble, a $1 Rumble rant is blue. He has turned the chat blue, and this is for Sanglant. We must play the blue song.
I'm a diet, I'm a deed, I'm a diet. I'm moved, I'm a deed, I'm a diet. 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 I'm a deed, I'm a diet.
I hope that was worth your dollar. Okay? Appreciate that. Hey, what's up, Sanglant? Look at that. Look at that. It's right there for you, bud. But here is a guy from Hamas saying that, hey, we got peace coming. Peace to the Middle East, Israel, Palestine, Hamas. I thought they wanted to wipe Hamas out, but apparently not. If they can get to a peace deal, go for it. I don't care.
To announce that we have reached a deal
He sounds very feminine. Just going to say this.
for ceasefire to put an end to the aggression and also to proceed to a permanent ceasefire and the withdrawal of the army and to allow the aid to enter to Gaza and to open the Rafah crossing from both sides. Happy to announce that we have reached a deal for ceasefire to
Well, that's good. So all the lefty protesters that have been talking about a ceasefire now, well, that sounds like a ceasefire. Now, previous ceasefires have been sabotaged by people, but maybe we'll see some good things. I hope we do. Honestly, I really do. We've got ourselves an article from Fox News, and I thought we had a clip, but it might have gone away. Let me see. Might have to do a refresh to find that. Nope, there it is. All right. So we've got updates here. Why are things not scrolling the way I want them to? This is very frustrating. But last update was October 9th at 8:46 p.m. So 7:46 p.m. Central Time, where the cool kids are. Helping show the ropes to the guy. There you go. Now they're going to flood Gaza with AIDS. I mean, maybe. It'd be a power play, I guess. We've got an article from Fox News. By the way, links to the things that we share here are in the description. Israel and Hamas agree to phase 1 of Trump peace deal to release hostages, begin ceasefire. Israel and Hamas have agreed to phase 1 of a peace deal that President Donald Trump says will see the release of all living hostages. The deal also has Israel withdrawing its troops from most of Gaza, initiating a ceasefire with Hamas. By Anders Hagstrom and Gregg Wainer? I'm going to go ahead and say Wainer and not Wiener, although it would be funny if his last name was pronounced Wiener. Countdown begins as Israel-Hamas move to implement phase 1 of Trump peace deal. Apparently, both Israelis and Gazans were celebrating in the streets. That's kind of cool. See both of them celebrating the same thing, but we'll see. With Israel's approval of phase 1 of President Donald Trump's peace plan, the countdown is underway for the release of hostages. The Israel Defense Forces have 24 hours to pull back to the agreed line inside Gaza, retaining control of about 53% of the territory until phase 2 begins. After the 24-hour period, Hamas will have 72 hours to release all remaining hostages, 20 alive, 28 deceased, meaning all are expected to be freed by Tuesday. By Tuesday. Well, that's fantastic. It'll be a good Tuesday. There's the document with all the specifics. A document obtained by Israeli Channel 11 political correspondent Gilly Cohen outlines President Donald Trump's comprehensive end of Gaza war plan, detailing a step-by-step framework to end fighting, withdraw Israel forces, and secure the release of all hostages within days. The first step calls for President Donald Trump to announce the end of the war in the Gaza Strip and confirm that all parties have agreed to implement the steps required to conclude it. According to Step 2, the war will immediately end upon the approval of the Israeli government. All military operations, including aerial and artillery bombardment and targeting operations, will be suspended during the 72-hour period. Aerial surveillance will be suspended over the areas which IDF withdraws from. The document states that full humanitarian aid and relief operations, as outlined in the proposal and in the January 19, 2025 agreement with Joe Mangano, will commence immediately. The fourth step states IDF will withdraw to the lines agreed upon as per map X attached herewith, and this will be completed after President Trump's announcement and within 24 hours of Israeli government approval. The IDF will not return to areas that have been withdrawn from as long as Hamas fully implements the deal. Within 72 hours of the IDF's withdrawal, all Israeli hostages, living and deceased, held in Gaza will be released. The document then details several subsections related to the release of hostages. For instance, as soon as IDF completes its withdrawal, Hamas will commence investigating the status of hostages and collect all information pertaining to them. Hamas will compile the results of its findings through the information sharing mechanism. Israel will provide information on the Palestinian prisoners and detainees from the Gaza Strip held in Israel. Within the same 72-hour window, Hamas will release all living hostages, including those held by Palestinian factions, as well as the remains of deceased hostages in its possession, and those held by other groups in Gaza. It's, it's understandable. A lot of people, they want, even if they're dead, the people want their loved ones, bodies, so they can bury them. I understand that. I do. Hamas also agrees to share within 72 hours all information about any remaining hostages or deceased individuals, while Israel will provide details on the remains of deceased Gazans held in the Gaza Strip. The document concludes by calling for a task force of representatives from the U.S., Qatar, Egypt, Turkey, and other nations to follow up on the implementation and coordination of the peace deal. A document obtained by... What? That is the exact same thing that I just read. Okay. Well, here's a clip here. What are you doing? Why would you do this? Why? Well, that disappeared. Okay, here we go. Let's try this again.
We're at a momentous development in the last 2 years. We fought during these 2 years to achieve our war aims. And a central one of these war aims is to return the hostages, all of the hostages, the living and the dead. And we're about to achieve that goal. We couldn't have achieved it without the extraordinary help of President Trump and his team.
Oh, what's up? It was over from Handy News. Sorry.
They worked tirelessly with Ron and his team, our team.
What's up, C-Dubs?
And, that and the courage of our soldiers who entered Gaza and the combined military and diplomatic pressure that isolated Hamas, I think, has brought us to this point. I want to personally thank both of you, Steve, Jared. It's been long hours.
Steve Witkoff and Jared Bridgman. I don't trust it. We'll see.
Around the clock, but not only worked. I think you put in your brains and your hearts, and we know that it's for the benefit of Israel and the United States, for the benefit of decent people everywhere, and for the benefit of these families who will finally get to be with their loved ones. I want to thank you on their behalf as well, and on behalf of the people of Israel.
Obviously, bringing the hostages home it's been a priority for President Trump for a very, very long time, and we've all worked very tirelessly to do that. But I really want to say that this all would not have been possible without the bravery of the IDF and the soldiers, what they've accomplished not just in Gaza, but also what they've done in the theater over the last couple of years to eliminate Hezbollah in the north and really degrade them. What you were able to do in Iran, it really helped set a big tone. But particularly seeing the way that your citizen army, I know a lot of you, probably all of you, have family, friends who were in this effort, really, put your sacrifices on the line to fight for your country and to try to make a difference. I think that made a very, very big difference in there. And I want to
shout out to the Dizzo, anyways.
To Prime Minister Netanyahu, who
what's up, General Samuel Fields,
and did a great job with the negotiations. You held your lines firm, and I think that between you and President Trump, you had a lot of alignment on what the end state should be.
My job was the Prime Minister's. He had the job of protecting this country. He had the job.
Okay, enough kiss ass. That's just whatever. It sounds nice, I guess. How do we get back to the article? Let me get rid of this. Come on, Fox News. Why do your Ugh.
of making tough
Let me see.
choices with regard to
There we go.
how tough
That
to
helped.
be with Hamas.
All right. So at a Thursday night meeting in Jerusalem, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu joined President Donald Trump's envoys Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner to reflect on the negotiations that led to a historic deal to bring home Israeli hostages and the end of the war with Hamas. What is up, Lore Blades? Howdy. Sorry, you know what that is. Okay, it's better than not at all. Good to see you here. Thanks for joining. I mean, Jared Kushner is his own Middle East dealing beast. I mean, evidently they can get some stuff done. They get the Israel Accords, or what was it? Isn't that what it was called? The Israel Accords or something in the first Trump administration? Like, okay, he can evidently get some stuff done. But I just don't want to listen to more kiss ass, to be honest, of kissing the IDF. I don't. I'm tired. I'm tired of the sandbox. I don't want us to be involved in it anymore. To be honest with you guys, I really don't. It gets old. It gets quite old. Let's see. With Israel's approval of Phase 1, President Donald Trump's of the peace plan, the countdown is underway to release the hostages. The Israeli Defense Forces have 24 hours to pull back to the agreed line inside Gaza, releasing about 53% of the territory until Phase 2 begins. After 24 hours, Hamas will have 72 hours to release all the remaining hostages, 20 alive, 28 deceased, meaning all are expected to be freed by Tuesday. We already read that. So it's just the same pretty much article, but updating it as it goes. So that's, I think we read all we needed to there. But BB's son is in Florida. Yes, he is. CW, I'm planning on making a video of how the lids of pots and pans can harbor mold and botulism. All right there, CW. Sounds sciencey. Have fun with that. It's a valiant, it's a worthy cause. Spreading information about the fungus. There is a fungus among us, guys. CW. It's going to educate you all on that, I guess. Oh, gosh. Let's do a real quick check on the reposts, because I do appreciate those who do repost the stream. We are up to 19 likes on the show. 1 dislike. Oh, somebody thumbs down. Well, that's sad. Entropy Nomad with a whoosh, slap of that peach. Every now and then you gotta slap the peach. Just saying. Don't people clean their lids? It's like the foreskin. Oh, did you guys see Jerry Nadler? Holy somebody. So RFK Jr. was talking about when babies are circumcised, they have a higher chance of autism because they were given Tylenol. And Jerry Nadler came out and was like, "Whoa, this is anti-Semitic. I expect everybody on the right and the left to, come out and just denounce this anti-Semitism." Talking about circumcision. It's what? Fucking what? Nadler, Laura Blades, with a slap of the peach. I don't know what Nadler is doing. But okay. That's a hot take there, Nadler. It's a hot take. I don't know what you do about that. Speaking of the Jews and all that, why Jerry? He crapped his pants, okay? Jerry Nadler crapped his pants and had to waddle away from the podium. This happened in the past. It was on live TV. How does somebody wear their pants that high? I just don't understand. When the hell did Tylenol cause autism? Apparently, it's been a thing. I mean, it's a contributor, but they did in their big press conference. They did talk about the other things that are contributing to it as well. And I think it's a slow trickle to kind of lead into the, talking about certain medical procedures. But yeah, I think it's coming. Guys. Did y'all see the controversy about Hassan Piker and his the shot collar with a dog? Did you guys see it? Well, guys, I think the dog got revenge on Hassan, the himbo, for the terrorists. This is a completely real video of his dog that he shocked. It sure looked like a shock. He's like, "Oh, it was the dew claw got caught." Okay, Hassan. Okay. But guys, completely real video of the dog getting revenge on Hassan. Unlimited power! This makes me happy. She was just being a good girl. And he was a jerk. Said she was spoiled because she moved. How dare that dog move, guys? Just a little bit. She moved just a little bit. It's too much. Bzz. Get back into your place. Look cute for the cameras. What a dick. Not a nice guy. Not a nice guy, guys. You guys want to see Morning Joe? What was it? Is it Mina? Mina Krasinski? Whatever the fuck her name is. Brzezinski. And Morning Joe squirming about the Israel stuff. What's up, Gene Mondano? Good to see you. Piker had that coming. Yeah, fuck that guy. I agree. Or Electro Boom as a dog. Really discussing Joe committed. Thank you, Sanglant. I appreciate that. Moonwaffen, dogs shouldn't be confined to such a small space in the room, but heckin' pupper. Yeah, gives giga views. Yep, pretty much. Appreciate you guys joining tonight. Don't forget to smash the like button, share the stream out, repost the stream. I am squirreling hard because I said we were going to check that out here in a second. But, what was I going to go here? Oh, yes, this right here. So, Morning Joe and Mika Brzezinski. Wasn't her dad in intelligence? Look at him squirm. Just look at him squirm. Because someone's giving Trump his props.
The deal that President Trump is announcing played a key part in negotiating. It is a significant change. This war was blocked for 2 years.
Look, she did the deep inhale and look down. He's wiggling in his chair. Obviously, the butt plug is not in position correctly.
President Biden, who preceded him, was unable to find a way to stop it. President Trump found that way by being tough on both sides. And he'll take a victory lap for sure over the next few days. But it's deserved. There's no way that I can see that this would have been done without Trump's pressure in the final hours. The deal.
How hard was that for MSNBC to air? Seriously. And to be nomad, Dozer, hear me out. Hassan should wear the collar and get shocked for each donation. He would go to charity. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's an idea. It's an idea. Goodness gracious. I do apologize for any sick sounds, guys. But yes, apparently peace in the Middle East is coming. Peace in the Middle East is coming. I'm glad about it. You guys should be glad about it. Let's see if Israel will let it happen. I don't know. Honestly, I'm just, like I said, I've got fatigue from the sandbox. So I just rather wash our hands of it. You guys have fun. But if Trump can establish peace there, I mean, I do get kind of concerned about prophecies and stuff like that and hope that people aren't trying to force prophecies into reality or force them to occur before they should, because I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think God takes too kindly to that type of thing. But I don't know. We can't understand how God works. You want to see Taken if it was a musical, guys?
I don't know who you are, I don't know what you want. If you let my daughter go, that'll be the end of it. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you and I will kill you. What I do have are a very particular set of skills. Skills I have acquired over a long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. I don't know who you are, I don't know what you want. If you let my daughter go, that'll be the end of it. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you and I will kill you.
Beautiful.
I don't know who.
It's beautiful. I had to share it. Had to share it with you guys. I had to. That was well done. Very well done. I appreciate that. Definitely do. What's up, Bartavello? Good to see you. Admittedly, I've never watched Taken. I haven't either. Shame on me. Shame on us, Moonwaffen. Shame on both of us for not seeing that. That was surprisingly good. The AI was on point. The AI was on point for that Shackled Eford. I like it. Oh, yes. That was good. It was a good AI. Sometimes AI can come out with some really, really good stuff, y'all. It really can. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeedy. Real quick clip here. Real quick clip. Okay? I know we're squirreling. We're doing our palate cleansers kind of in between segments because of the Israel thing. So I figure before we get into Letitia Peekaboo James getting hopefully just desserts and not the sweet variety that she tends to indulge in frequently, as the mass of her is obvious, but other desserts. She's been charged with fraud, so we'll see how that goes. But first, Duncan Trussell talking about 3i Atlas and Joe Rogan. I don't know why they're giving Avi Loeb a lot of credit here, but let's listen to them geek out about this. Are they wearing priest outfits? Yes, they are.
This is really,
Men of the cloth.
I am not
Men of the cloth.
comfortable with this Comet Atlas.
I know.
And
that's the propaganda, man.
We got Avi Loeb coming on to talk about it.
He's amazing. I had him on my podcast a long time ago. He put up with my ass.
A lot of people in the beginning were saying that it's bullshit. It's a comet. Why is he saying this? He's risking his reputation. But then as time's going on, they're going, well, this is weird. This thing's really weird.
Well, it's the what? Okay, first.
Yeah, I've seen the clip from the movie Taken. The "I'll find you and I will kill you" stuff. Yeah.
First of all, it's important to note that one thing that titillates my dumbass is it just so happens the government shutdown coincides with when we could use the satellites on Mars to get pictures of that fucking thing. So we're not getting pictures. They did release a picture of it yesterday.
Wait a minute. The government shutdown is stopping us from getting pictures of this thing?
Yes. Yes.
No, this is just recently, like today, I think. What's up, Cancel Hatred? Good to see you. Why are they in frocks? Because they're comedians and they're being silly, I guess.
That's insane.
That's insane. Now
they're cosplaying like that Antifa guy in Portland that got shot with a pepper ball. Like, oh, you shot a priest. He's not a priest. He literally practices witchcraft in the quote unquote church, and is an agitator. So
that's so insane. They should open that up.
I mean, it seems like that's really weird. Did you see the images that just came in though? The Europeans got an image of it.
It's weird looking.
It's weird looking, but I don't know what a comet looks like. So
I don't know what a comet looks like, and I don't know why it's weirder than other comets.
But it does seem like it's going loop, loop. It's like rolling in a weird way, but it's the gas, right? It's like it's what it's releasing is the weird part.
Well, the weird part is coming from the same part of the universe where the WoW signal came from.
Yeah.
We did talk about that.
That's weird.
That's weird.
That's fucking weird.
That's weird. Because that WoW signal, what was it, like 70 seconds long?
Something like that.
Some very strange coded signal that was 70 seconds long.
You know what else is weird is Jeremy Corbell said a bunch of people are going to start saying there's a mothership coming to Earth and don't believe him. Remember he was saying that?
Yeah, what's that all about? Why did he know that?
I don't know.
Same dude.
You got to tell people why you know something like that. You can't just say that.
Well,
you know what I mean? Like, how do you know? How do you know that it's not really a mothership? How do you know they're going to say it's a mothership?
Well, Corbell, he's got to do this tightrope walk because somehow he does have inside contacts, but if he says too much, he puts his whole life in danger.
It's such a spy TV show. Dude, so much of it seems like a spy TV show. So much of it seems like a well-written psyop.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
I'm leaning towards psyop with this. I mean, I'll eat crow. I'll eat crow if it's something more extreme or more interesting. I will. I kind of doubt it, but here's the thing. There's a lot of stuff in space. Space is pretty big, guys. I don't know if you know. Space is pretty large. Sweet. Lady Dozer's texting me there. Sorry. Democrats don't want that shit. I mean, they don't, but still waiting on your bubble track shoot. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. From Joe, but Jew. J-O-W. Jow. Let's go ahead and get into the next topic. But so before we get into the article, we actually have Nate, the lawyer. Let me see. Actually, here had some good breakdowns of what made him change his mind about. He was thinking that the Letitia James indictment was complete bullshit. but changed his mind once actually reading the indictment. Let me find it here. There it is. Let me scroll up here. So he at first was saying, let's go through this X feed here. Nate the lawyer, he's in New York, actually. Former cop, from what I understand, and current lawyer, prosecutor, I think. Said, okay, I changed my mind. The New York Attorney General Letitia James indictment is legit, in caps. I don't care what anyone else is saying. She has issues. So, his opinion. Oh, wait, that was back. That was before. What changed? So what changed your mind, they're asking. And, I stopped following him because he was kind of being weird at one point. But here's the evidence that changed his mind. New York Attorney General has some issues. DOJ says, here's the evidence that the DOJ says proves James defrauded the bank. Number one, claimed Norfolk home was a secondary residence to get better loan terms. Number two, signed a second home rider promising to live there. Number three, actually rented it out to tenants. Number four, reported rental income on her tax returns. Number five, told insurer it was owner occupied. That's a lie. She's lying. She actually broke the damn law. This isn't lawfare. This isn't tit for tat. This is actually somebody who broke the fuck. This is the projection from these silly bastards on the left is just insane. It's all they've got. It's all they've got is projection, guys. Saved $18,933 from the false claim. Case filed 10/9/25. Eastern District of Virginia? Is that VA? I don't know. I thought it was New York. Oh well. And someone's like, hey, that was all stuff that we already knew. But so that's some of the stuff that gives it a little bit more validity, even to somebody who's more left-leaning, like Nate the lawyer. Bean Donjano. Excuse me. And again, I do apologize for any sick sounds tonight. It's just that time of year, I suppose. So, hold on. Let me search Letitia James. I'm from Wales, IDK. What's going on in America? Well, thanks so much from across the ocean there. Appreciate you, Moonwaffen, for joining from Wales. Letitia James is the New York Attorney General. She prosecuted Trump for mortgage fraud, I'm pretty sure. Turns out she has that issue herself. Trump actually didn't. What they did with Trump was complete and utter bullshit. That was not legit, and it should have been thrown out. But I don't know. I don't know how they keep getting away with this. But they do. And, at a certain point, it's got to stop. Like, we have to have... And you've got now Comey getting perp walked. He didn't get perp walked. He got to go in through the back. So this right there tells you they freaking went after... They went after Bannon. They went after Roger Stone. They raided Roger Stone's home at freaking, like, in the wee hours of the morn with CNN out there ready to go with the freaking cameras. It's absolutely, utterly disgraceful. I am at the point with Republicans, you need to stop being toothless, senile, fucking chihuahuas with your tongues dangling out. That is what the GOP is. That is what Republicans are. They don't have any fucking spine. If they did, maybe we would have a little bit of reciprocity in this country, and maybe they would know not to fuck around the next time if they got a taste of their own medicine. I get it. Eye for an eye makes the world go blind, but at a certain point, guys, you can't play the higher than thou game. Because if you do, they're going to slice your Achilles tendons and you won't be able to move. That is what the left has done. And the right, establishment Republicans, which honestly is just a very different, slightly different version of the left if we really look at things. They don't ever go for the gullet. They don't go for the kill shot. Metaphorically, okay? They don't play the same game. And you can't play chess while somebody is literally just stabbing you in the side. That's where we've been at. And it gets old. I absolutely want them to be drug out of their house in the middle of the fucking night. Look at what the last administration did. And you got a bunch of retards out there saying, oh, well, when the Democrats get back in power, they're gonna use it. Motherfuckers, they already did. What more can they do? Like, are you that fucking stupid that you think you've got to take the higher road at this point? No, actually, you got to get down and dirty in the fucking ditch with them, and then once shit gets back in the way it's in order, the way it's supposed to be, then you bring it back up. But at a certain point, you have to play the same game, or you're going to lose. And that's what's been happening. But I think that's part of the Hegelian dialectic. So they can keep going back and forth. Oh, we've got to really fight against this. But really, they're actually propagating it. So it's like, it's all a bunch of bullshit, honestly. Honestly, it's a bunch of bullshit. There was a rant. That had to happen. Yes, 'twas the rantometer. It just gets old. I'm tired. I'm tired of the Republican establishment. I'm tired of the Democrat. Both of them suck ass. Fuck them both. I don't care. I'm not a conservative. I have conservative leanings for sure. I'm independent / libertarian-ish. Not libertarian though, but I'm mostly independent. If you make sense, I'm going to listen to you. If you don't, fuck off. I can be critical in thought. And that's what more people need to be. Be critical in your thinking. 'Twas the rant before Christmas, and all through the house, not a creature was stirring, until Dozer started shouting. But there's that. Let's go ahead and get into the article here from the New York Post. I'm fatigued about all of it. Yeah. That's why Trump says he hates his opponents because he can't look weak in front of the world. I mean, yeah, but he's working with them behind the scenes. I get it. You got to wheel and deal. You got to be a businessman. But honestly, you don't need to be dealing with the freaking snakes. Don't stop dealing with snakes. You keep being that little frog that lets the damn scorpion hop on its back. You're gonna get stung every fucking time, Trump. You're gonna get stung every fucking time, and that's what happens with people like Lindsey Graham. That's what happens with the freaking left whenever you wheel and deal with them. Just saying. I don't know. Maybe I'm being negative. I hate to say it, Bill, but all independents I've met were Democrats mostly and slightly agree with Republicans. Those independents suck. I'm definitely that's why I say independent libertarian. Nah. I think there's a lot of independents that lean right. I know, hell, in Missouri, Missouri is a more independent leaning state. There's a lot of independent minded folks in Missouri, but I just don't like the two-party, the false dichotomy. It is a false dichotomy. Like, oh, you have to pick this or the other. No, you don't. You really don't. I mean, yes, I usually vote Republican, but I'm about to start writing in people, and it just gets frustrating. From the New York Post, New York Attorney General Letitia James indicted on federal bank fraud, false claims charges. And I guess we could listen to this chunky lady. I guess we could, just for a second here. Listen to her breathless defense of herself.
This is nothing more than a continuation of the president's desperate weaponization of our justice system.
You literally campaigned on getting Orange Man. You feckless cunt.
He is forcing federal law enforcement agencies to do his bidding. All because I did my job as the New York State Attorney General.
You literally abused your power as the Attorney General.
These charges are baseless.
They actually aren't. There's a lot of evidence to indicate that they're not baseless.
And the president's own public statements make clear that his only goal is political retribution at any cost. The president's actions are a grave violation of our constitutional order and have drawn sharp criticism from members of both parties.
She sounds like she's been crying. We're sucking dick.
His decision to fire a United States attorney who refused to bring charges against me and replace them with someone who is blindly loyal not to the law, but
the grand jury thinks it's legit.
To the president.
Anyone says, oh, you can indict a ham sandwich, but still, indictments don't go forward with lack of evidence. Exactly. Cancel hatred. Exactly.
Is antithetical to the bedrock principles of our country.
Look what you did.
This is the time for leaders on both sides of the aisle to speak out against this blatant perversion of our system of justice. I stand strongly behind my office's litigation against the Trump Organization. We conducted a 2-year investigation
of bullshit. You literally said, show me the man and I'll show you the crime. That's not how this is supposed to fucking work.
based on the facts and evidence, not politics.
I think she's got a condition that makes her
Judges have upheld the
weird.
trial court's finding that Donald Trump, his company, and his 2 sons are liable for fraud.
Which was complete and utter bullshit. Complete and utter bullshit.
I'm a proud woman of faith.
No, you aren't, you fucking liar. Fucking snake. Don't you dare put the fucking Lord's name in your damn mouth.
And I
You see the smirk? Did you see the smirk she did?
know that faith and fear cannot share the same space.
Oh.
And so today I'm not fearful. I'm fearless. And as my faith teaches me, no weapon formed against me shall prosper.
Satan is a scholar of
We
scripture.
will fight these baseless charges aggressively. And my office will continue to fiercely protect New Yorkers and their rights. And I will continue to do my job.
Oh, so breathless. So powerful. Oh, God. Oh God, so inspirational. We are a little dyslexic. Yes, Dean John Bano. Yeah. New York State Attorney General Letitia Peekaboo James was indicted Thursday by a federal grand jury in Virginia on charges of bank fraud and making false claims to a financial institution that netted her nearly $19,000 in savings on a loan for a second home, according to the Department of Justice. The indictment was handed up in the Eastern District of Virginia, where former FBI Director James Comey was indicted on September 25th on charges. So they're in Virginia. So if it goes to a jury, they're going to be very, very sympathetic to the Democrats, to Comey, they're fucked. This isn't going anywhere. Why would they bring it in Virginia? Unless I'm incorrect in my assumption about this. But the breathless is funny. Yeah. I am Letitia Batwoman. It's actually Fat Woman. That's not nice. She's not that big. I like girls a little thicker. I ain't gonna lie. But I don't like her, though, because she's a horrible person and just not my type. No one is above the law. The charges, as alleged in this case, represent intentional criminal acts and tremendous breaches of the public's trust. U.S. Attorney Lindsay Halligan said in a statement, "The facts and the law in this case are clear, and we'll continue to follow them to ensure that justice is served." James responded in a statement. We already read that or heard that, so I'm not going to read it. If convicted on both counts, James faces up to 60 years in prison. Please rot. Please fucking get convicted and rot in prison. I don't care. She deserves it. She fucking deserves it. And a fine of up to $2 million. James, 66, bought the 3-bedroom, 1-bath Norfolk, Virginia home. Okay, that's why it's getting brung in Virginia, because it's in Virginia. In August 2020 for roughly $137,000, most of which was financed with a $109,000 loan that prohibited it from being used as a rental investment property, prosecutors alleged. That allowed her to obtain favorable loan terms. Not available for investment properties, they noted in the 5-page filing, saving her approximately $18,933 over the life of the loan. What's up, Chops ITMC over there on Pill.net? Thanks for the support. See, I've heard witches quote that same scripture. Yeah. You did miss Sanglan's Blue Song. You did. When we get a $1 Rumble rant, we play the Blue Song. We're at $6 tonight, I think. Is it $6? Yep, $6. $44 away from hat goal on a Thursday. Meanwhile, her income tax forms designated the home as a rental that brought in thousands of dollars in additional income. Norfolk property records reviewed earlier this year by the Post showed James was granted power of attorney to her. That James granted power of attorney to her niece, Shamise Thompson Hairston, on August 17th, 2023, authorizing the purchase of Virginia property, for which they secured a $219,780 mortgage. Oh, my. Thursday's indictment puts the timeline of the alleged bank fraud scheme from August 2020 to January 2024 for the purpose of influencing the action of OVM Financial, a Fannie Mae-backed lender, upon an application for a loan. James represented and affirmed in uniform residential loan applications and related documents that the Peroni property would be used as a secondary residence when in truth and fact, as James then knew, the property was intended and used as an investment property with no intended or actual personal occupancy or use by her, the indictment alleged. Interesting. Federal housing regulator Bill Pulte referred James to the Justice Department in April, suggesting that she had committed crimes including wire fraud, mail fraud, bank fraud, and false statements to a financial institution. James, 66, had previously called the allegations by Pulte baseless. We already saw her quote. James won a civil judgment against the Trump organization last year for allegedly inflating the value of his real estate empire. The president was ordered to pay $355 million in penalties, but successfully appealed in August to have the fine thrown out. James's office has appealed for reinstatement of the judgment, which had grown to more than $500 million with interest. Fuck that shit. I stand strongly behind my office's litigation against the Trump organization, she added in her Thursday statement. We already saw that. Proud woman, liar, snake, devil woman. FBI investigators began the criminal probe in May after Pulte's referral, which also contained allegations of James misclassifying her Brooklyn brownstone as having 4 units instead of 5. That could have given her more favorable loan terms on both the New York and Virginia properties, according to Pulte. The Federal Housing Finance Agency, FHFA, has also made similar accusations of mortgage fraud against Senator Adam Schiff, California Democrat, for improperly claiming a home in Maryland was his primary residence. They just can't stop. They can't stop. Who are you people on YouTube? Yes, who are the people on YouTube? Are there people watching over there? There's 2 people, apparently. Interesting. Eric Siebert, who preceded Halligan as U.S. attorney, resigned last month after declining to bring charges against Comey and James because it's a leftist shill, most likely, Eric Siebert. I don't know, but from the sound of it, if you're not going to bring charges against people who actually do deserve the charges because of their affiliation or because of their ideology, that makes you a fucking shill. Ugh. I hate it. Guys, we're up to 71 people watching. If you're over there on the X machine, you can repost over there. You can like the stream over there. Or you can come over here to Rumble where the water is extra warm. And you can follow the channel, like this stream, like the channel, comment in the comment section, and repost. I forgot to shout out the reposters. We'll do that here in a second. President Trump had pressured Siebert to do so after fuming the DOJ hadn't produced a solid case against the former FBI director. Trump's decision to fire a United States attorney who refused to bring charges against me and replace him with someone who is blindly loyal, not to the law, but to the president, is antithetical to the bedrock principles of our country, James said in her statement. This is the time for the leaders of both sides of the aisle to speak out against this blatant perversion of our system of justice. Justice. Oh, Lord of the Rewatch is on the censor tube too. Oh, you're on your TV and your phone. Well, there you go. Oh, yes, but there is that. A link to that article is in the description. She deserves to rot under the prison, honestly, in my opinion. This has been the lawfare that was present in the last administration. They went ham, guys. They went ham. And to those that are saying, "Oh, look at what they're going to do since we're doing this. Look what they're going to do." It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how above board you are. It doesn't matter how prim and proper you are, Republicans. It doesn't matter. They're going to bend you over and have their way with you when they get the chance, regardless of what you do. What you do doesn't matter. You got to get that through your head. So those that are like, "Oh, when they get power, they're going to anyways." You have to be ruthless. Be ruthless. That's where we're at. I hate to say that, but it is what it is. It'll be all right, though. It'll be all right. Did you guys see Crowder? Speaking of angry black people, did you guys see Crowder decide to go back to the barbershop? It's pretty legit.
Bad decisions, personal accountability. We'd all be against reparations, and we'd all be against the criminal justice reform. I'm definitely for reparations.
I'm for reparations.
So Mark,
see, that to me, you said excuse.
Yeah.
That sounds like an excuse to me.
You ain't paid me back. You ain't paid me for what you owe me.
What did I take from you?
You can't start another bill
What did I take from
until
you?
you pay this old bill.
What did I take from you?
You didn't take but your ancestors.
But you just said you.
Well, when I say you, I meant it.
That motherfucker just made an assumption about Crowder's ancestors being slave owners. He doesn't know that, but he's brainwashed.
But can you understand why white people hear it and get pissed off?
Yeah.
Because I can take shit.
But they're not mad about the advantages that were built into their lives.
So you want young people to pay?
Tell that to the white trash folks, like, that grew up in trailers. A lot of advantage there, right? A lot of fucking advantage there, right? Yeah, a lot of us could have really used some of that fucking white privilege.
It sounds like an excuse.
Nobody wants to address. And even, even without paying us back, Steve, know what my thoughts are on this here.
None of you motherfuckers were slaves. You're slave to your own minds.
Give us an opportunity to exercise our ability and our autonomy. Let me give you a perfect example.
Bad decisions, personal.
If you haven't watched that, I recommend it. It is absolutely, it's infuriating, but it's enlightening at the same time, and it's honestly it's good that they're able to actually have the conversation, even though they're deaf to truth. Their deafness to truth is astounding, actually. But at least they engaged in the conversation, and God bless Crowder for getting out there again. God bless him. To bear their slaves to the DNC by their own choice. Yes, a lot of the times they are. Oh, what's up, Chops? I've come to the conclusion that Republicans are paid to lose. Yes, that or they actually just want it that way. They don't actually want things to change because they can keep fundraising and they can keep with it's the Hegelian dialectic. It's the firefighter starting the fires and then going, look at me, I put it out. Yay. Cheer for me. What is it? Thesis, antithesis, synthesis, something like that. Yeah. He's talking down at Crowder in a collective tense. Yep, he is. Yes, that guy that was going at Crowder like that. He at one point was talking about how white people have racism in their genes. It's what he insinuated. I can't believe Crowder didn't pick up on that and be like, "What'd you just say? Say it's inherent racism in their genes?" Huh. All right there, bub. Weird. Freaking weird. You know what else is weird? Apparently, Apex scans Congress people. Back to the Israel content here for a second. Matt Gaetz has been getting spicy on X too. I love it.
Actually, I resented the fact that there was no appreciation for nuance. Like if you asked any questions about any decision of the Israeli government in any place regarding settlements, regarding Gaza, whatever, you were like, you had deviated from the script. And I just, in any policy area, I had resentment over that. And then I saw the way the AIPAC worked, and that was weird for like a country lawyer like me. I remember my first AIPAC reception, and like your fundraiser tells you have to go, and your chief of staff tells you have to go, your committee chairman all tell you have to go, and you get there and you wear this name badge, and I remember there's a QR code on it. And what we were supposed to do was go talk to donors, and then if they liked you, they scanned your QR code to make a donation, like on the spot.
Embarrassing.
And so can you just imagine how demoralizing that is to like be told that your job for the next several hours to go chat people up, hoping they would scan you like a can of tomato soup on the way out of the meeting.
I mean, it's and literally purchasing.
Right. And so I saw that and I was like, wow, that is so freaking weird. And then, I was in Israel. I went multiple times, and I did not like the fact that I found someone in my room rooting around in my stuff that should not have been there at the King David Hotel when I came back to my room when no one was expecting me to be back in my room. And I just
presumably Israeli law enforcement.
Well, I don't know who it was. I just thought, like, this is weird. All of these things combined are odd, and then the policy outgrowth seems to be an obsession about the Middle East that has not served my generation well. I just don't
think it served any of our generations well. Get out of the Middle East. It is a quagmire. It's always a quagmire. Nobody does well. Yes, I had a mustache hair in my mouth. I had to get out. Nobody does well over there. That's why I say, I'm so tired of it. Synthesis becomes the new thesis, creating a new antithesis, resulting in the new thesis. Yes, exactly. Exactly, Chops. Speed dating for money. It's speed dating for Israel. It's the APAC crap. American Israeli. Is it Political Action Committee? I think the PAC stands for something else, though. I don't think it's actually Political Action Committee, is it? I don't know. American Israeli something or other. That's what they're trying to call it, but really it's just Israel. It is. I mean, you've got Americans that are just convinced that they have to get on their knees for Israel, and I don't understand why. It's a foreign entity. Apparently, APAC denied the claims, and I don't know whatever happened to Brandon Tatum. I don't know what happened to that guy. I don't know how much he's getting paid, or if he got threatened, or what. But he literally comes out and says, "Actually, did he just make that up? APAC says it wasn't true." So you just believe APAC? Okay. Thomas Massey says no. He's told that story for years. That happened. I mean, it's the same story he's told me. That's where that post was from. Thomas Massey for Congress says, I wouldn't know what happens at an APAC reception because I've never been to one. Matt Gaetz told me this story in person several years ago. Huzzah. Huzzah, guys. All right. Let's go ahead and get into the third topic of the evening. Let me find it. We've got ourselves a thread. The Oregon National Guard is being federalized. Well, there was a hearing on this, and somebody, let me find her, was in the courtroom when it was going on. Gotta find it. Scrolling. Oh, did I not put this in the Dozer Den topics? Shite! I'm gonna have to do a refresh. Because it just started doing silly stuff. Let's see. Default trust should never be applied. All trust must be earned and quickly lost for any infraction. I agree, Chops. I agree. And sorry that I'm not seeing your stickers over there. I need to figure out why it's doing that. I've got my, if you're putting stickers in the chat, I got my app up, though. I can check that out. There we go. Shit posting time. There you go. Let me do some scrolling here. I can't believe this was all the way down here. Gotta organize this a little bit better next time. Wait, it goes a little bit quicker. That'd be a good idea. Here it is. I found it. Took me 10 minutes, but hey. So, we got ourselves a thread to go through about this federalization. I figured we'd read through it and have a little bit of fun with it. Margot Cleveland is the one that is there, I guess. Ooh, Professor MJ Cleveland on the X Machine, I guess. PROF, Professor. Thread below with live posts of hearing Trump federalizing Oregon National Guard. Bottom line, this will be a Trump win and a stay entered with the main question of how quickly. Ninth Circuit argument starting 1. There's that. It's got the oral arguments. So 3, judge asks, what document is president invoking statute? DOJ says, don't need a document, but says many documents that show all the reasons for activation in Portland. Judge, what is the... Actually, I'm going to see if I might actually just want to read it like this. Let me see. United States Court for the Ninth Circuit. Oh, it's blank. Huh. Interesting. I'll go back to this then. Judge, what is the meaning? A judge asked what documents so they don't need it. All the reasons for activation in Portland. 4, excuse me, Judge, what is the meaning of rebellion? DOJ 1903 meaning quotes blacks says deliberate attack on government. Judge Nelson, can we go back further since 1903 was later? DOJ says yes, you can go back. District Court erred by saying it needed to say overthrowing entire government. That doesn't make sense. See Whiskey Rebellion. There you go. Yeah, X viewers have been outnumbering Rumble viewers recently. Not sure what that's about. That's all right. We'll get back up there. Hey, you know what? Wherever you may be watching, I appreciate you. So, Pill.net, X, BitChute, thedozerden.locals.com for the first 30 minutes because we need more paying members over there in the dozerden.locals.com. For $5 a month, you can be a paying member over there and participate in the live chat. share things, and you'll get all the benefits of a Rumble subscription. What are those benefits, really quick, guys? The benefits of a Rumble subscription. Your name lit up in the most beautiful shade of MAGA red. You get access to all those emotes. You get no ads. You get access to the premium content. And, you get to support a creator like moi. If you're over there, if you do it in the dozerden.locals.com, you also get the live chat, posting things in there and commenting under the things that I may post. Really quick, we'll get back to that in a second, but I'm going to do a shout out for the reposts and support over here on Rumble. Just a moment. All right. Sanglant with a comment, CW with a repost, Moonwaffen, thank you for following the channel. Glad to welcome you as a new Killdozer here in the Dozer Den. Bolin McGroin with a repost. Wise Oak with a comment. Relaxium McGroin with a repost. Doc Magoo 87 with a repost. And see, he reposted Trump peace bombs and a ceasefire from that was a while back. That was an older one. And then reposted this stream as well. Entropy Nomad with a repost of this stream. And then Yanni Fangs. Appreciate each and every one of you amazing individuals, you superb Killdozers, doing the work to help this channel grow. Very nice. We're almost at 1,100 followers here on the user account, including the Dozer Den, the channel. We've got a little over 1,100, actually like 1,150. So that's pretty awesome. And the numbers are great. I do love that. The numbers are going up. But I want to make sure that I am putting out content that you want to come back here for. So hopefully that is the case. I appreciate you guys. All right, back into it. Margot Cleveland giving us the skinny on what was going down in the courtroom in Oregon. Man, sorry guys. Judge, so they talked about the Whiskey Rebellion. Judge, what is 3D prong? And the regular forces. DOJ, forces that regularly enforce that would be DHS officers and protective? ? Judge Nelson, does that include local? DOJ, no, because they aren't charged with enforcing federal law. Judge, 12-12405 appears to conjoin regular forces, Army/Air Force, 1902 SCOTUS case seems to define as national standing professional army. What precedent gives broader meaning? DOJ, no one has made argument that Trump must first bring in Army, Navy, etc. And that is not the case in Newsom, and would seem extraordinary to say he must need to first call up the Army before activating State National Guard. 5. Judge Nelson, what were laws for Nixon calling up National Guard post office? Were there laws requiring delivery at specific time? DOJ, that was my understanding. Judge, what type of evidence are relevant to find colorable basis? Specifically, other locations and more remote in time. DOJ, President can take into account the reallocation of DHS to other cities is a factor to consider. Declaration said not sustainable. Judge Gregor is a judge who's asking questions besides Judge Nelson. So there's so there were multiple judges asking questions here. Judge Nelson, how many were deployed in Los Angeles? DOJ, I believe thousands. Ooh, typos there. Here you see Trump tried to manage and waited to call up the guard until he learned that it wasn't sustainable. Judge Graber, so I guess there was probably a three-judge panel, I think. Graber, Nelson, and Gregor, Nelson, and Graber. Okay. Excuse me. Judge Graber is correct. Name, spelling, Clinton appointee, anything clearly erroneous. DOJ not disputing clear facts, but application of law to facts. Trump appointee, Judge Nelson, Graber, not Gregor, Graber. Is assessment of risk factual conclusion or legal? DOJ, it could be factual conclusion. So pretty much they're just making the case for why they can actually federalize the National Guard. And they're going back and forth. They're talking about what precedent there is. Let's see. Not challenging that. provides history of statute and how things were in and out, suggesting some reviewability. DOJ compare language today versus earlier cases. This doesn't matter for this case, but will for Nelson. Judge Bade, another Trump appointee, is third judge. So, okay, so it was Nelson, Graber, and Bade. She's not asked any questions yet. Legal questions, whether 12406 colorably allows Trump to call up National Guard when it impedes enforcement, and are facts sufficient for judge to decide. Judge Boyd, another judge, asked about offices available. I wonder how many judges were involved with this. You know, I really wish the thing that I clicked on actually was streaming oral arguments. But it's just a blank white page. That way I could actually have the damn... That sucks. That's very annoying. Oh well. That's all right. Judge Nelson, you aren't suggesting... Okay, so Trump's deference has a limit. Oh, Oregon attorney up. Trump's deference has limit. Untethered from reality. We don't know what document president relied on to federalize National Guard. Judge Nelson, you aren't suggesting we need a formal order that represents final agency action by president. Oregon, not at this time, but if relying on June memo, that was stall. Judge Nelson, we can't consider any facts because Trump didn't mention? What's your point? Judge Graber, oh, this started getting back and forth here, didn't they? So they're asking a whole lot more questions of the Oregon legal defense here. So, interesting. Am I reading an en banc? I guess I am. I think it's just a transcript that she had here. So she was there in the courtroom writing things down as it was going. I would like to see if there's an actual transcript because her typos are kind of bugging me, and I don't like how she's shorthanded it. I don't know. It's making me feel weird. I guess I can kind of summarize as we go here. Let's see. Social media posts are an addendum to apply July memo to Portland. Okay, so this is actually pretty solid here. This is back and forth. It looks like she spent a little bit more time here. So, Judge Nelson, you aren't suggesting we need a formal order that represents final agency by the president. Not at this time, but if relying on the June memo, that was a stall. We can't consider facts because Trump didn't mention. What's your point? Graber suggests social media posts are an addendum to apply July memo to Portland. Oregon statute doesn't limit, but social media post doesn't give factual basis because Portland isn't under siege or war ravaged. You know, they keep saying this, and just because you say it doesn't make it true. Just because you say it doesn't make it true. When they say, oh, Portland's doing great, there's no problems here. And that's a lie. It's an absolute fucking lie. Judge Nelson, not a lot of dispute on facts. Maybe which facts are relevant. Do you think there's a dispute of facts? Oregon, we disagree with framing. Judge said small and largely peaceful. Fuck these assholes. Judge Nelson, well, that's clearly erroneous. Oregon, generally small. Judge Graber, and how to frame facts, what is rebellion? Oregon, open armed resistance of government to overthrow the government using older definition of Webster's. Judge Bode, what about Whiskey Rebellion? Judge Nelson, does that inform out understanding of rebellion? Oregon, don't know an answer, but a bit too broad, covers protected speech. Maybe true, but your definition is so narrow it doesn't cover those cases where National Guard was used. Yes. Good. Yeah, they're not buying Oregon. From the sound of it, Oregon's not going to win this. Can't point to cases when Newsom says, fuck, what are they bringing Newsom into this for? Says needs to have a large impact on a country like invasion by a foreign country. Oregon, she's inserting her part here. Oregon isn't being persuasive here and is clearly losing judges, at least two. Judge Graber, what evidence is relevant? Yeah, I agree with her, her there. Honestly, let me see if I can kind of scroll down here. So, okay, DOJ not relying on a 6. I kind of scrolled through some of that because that was going to be back and forth. Sounds like hearing on en banc oral arguments. Yeah, that's what I think this is. But excuse me. So not relying on a 6-7 memo that was merely setting out the types of circumstances and that president later made determination that those circumstances existed in Portland. Second, present inability includes risk that is ongoing because the forces are tied down to address that risk. Judge Nelson, how many of 115 are still here from July? I do not know the answer. Best recollection is that 10 went home. DOJ, ICE has to address risk and not do their job. That impacts enforcement of immigration law. Yep. Third, clearly wrong to look only to September, but did minimize September violence. Judge Graber, are you withdrawing clearly erroneous DOJ? No, but there were other events. She ignored other instances. Judge Graber, doesn't that post date final document Trump relied? Can you rely on any other event that post-date mobilization? Yes, to show colorable factual basis because it shows risks that can materialize. He's quoting various reports of who are being assaulted. This is hardly peaceful and sedate. Protesters, I don't know what they're trying to say there. At some point, president is entitled to say enough is enough and bring in the National Guard. Ask for stay as quickly as possible. Well, there you go. So pretty much, it sounds like the judges weren't really having much of what Oregon was selling. I wish I had the actual transcript that I could read through instead of hers, which, God bless her. I mean, Margot Cleveland, thank you for your service there and trying to get as much written down as you possibly can. That could not have been easy. I really wish that this would have had yeah, it didn't have that. But anyways, someone hit the thumbs down for 30. Yeah, somebody did. Someone's a gay. Someone's a very gay. They hit the thumbs down. You know, I get it. I get it. Some people are just sad, miserable people. They want to hit a thumbs down when they could feel so much better if they just hit that thumbs up. You'd feel more happy. You'd feel happier. I'm just saying. You would. You know what makes me happy? To remind people of this interaction between Thomas Massie and Kash Patel. Now, I don't like Brian Allen. I think he's probably not, I don't know what the backstory is between Brian Allen. Sometimes he raises some crazy lefty points, but this is not a lefty point. This is a legitimate point about the Epstein stuff. Wonder how many of you guys have ever heard this? This was recent.
You replied, according to the transcript,
talking to Patel.
There is no credible information that he trafficked them to anyone else. According to victims who cooperated with the FBI in that investigation, these documents in FBI possession, your possession, detail at least 20 men, including Mr. Jess Staley, CEO of Barclays Bank, who Jeffrey Epstein trafficked victims to. That list also includes at least 19 other individuals, one Hollywood producer worth a few $100 million, one royal prince, one high-profile individual in the music industry, one very prominent banker, one high-profile government official, one high-profile former politician, one owner of a car company in Italy, one rock star, one magician, at least 6 billionaires,
David Blaine,
including a billionaire from Canada. You replied,
yeah. So I like to just remind people of that every now and then. That's an interaction that took place. Thomas Massie's mentioned 2 names so far. And, you know, they're not proven guilty yet, but they were mentioned in these files. They were mentioned in the documents, and it's really weird that Kash Patel acts like he has no idea what the fuck Massie's talking about. What are you guys doing? Not trying to help the victims, in my opinion. And you can say that Massie's grandstanding, but he's only getting negative effects from it. So, whoa. Just do the thing you said you were going to do. Can we do that? That'd be cool. All right, guys. Well, we're about to cut off the X audience. Sorry to those over there on the X machine and pill.net. But if you come over to Rumble and you are gifted a sub or you want to subscribe to Rumble, I do have to get some premium hours in. I got to get 5 hours in per month. Once I get done with them, I'll be done. No more. I don't do any more than 5 if I can avoid it. So it was David Copperfield, not Blaine. Yes, that's right. That's right. Had issues and is worth many millions. You're right. My bad. Thank you, Chops. I appreciate you. Not proven guilty until it's in it. Something like that, Bardavella. But yeah, we are going to go ahead and do some premium time here. So to those in the Rumble chat that are lit up in red, you'll be able to hang out. If you want to see the premium content, you can hit that Get Premium button down there, or you can subscribe to Bulldozer74 for a measly $5 a month. That's all it takes, guys. All it takes. Just a couple of sodas. Honestly, a couple of sodas a month to get all those extra benefits. But to those that are not watching here on Rumble and are not going to be joining us for the premium portion, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of the Dozer Den. I stream Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 9:30 p.m. Central. Saturday, guys, we're going to be chilling, hanging out. Might finish watching this because I don't think we're going to watch all this tonight because I've got work in the morning. So, but main thing on Saturday, it's a decompressed chill stream, a hangout stream. We take music video requests for the Dozer Den DJ Hour, where you can rock out with your cock out, jam out with your clam out. Those are the only two options. If you're intersex, please pick a lane. For the love of God, just pick a lane. We have ourselves a good time on Saturday. We have ourselves a good time here in the Dozer Den in general. That's right, Sam Duty, get your butt over here to Rumble. We are going to go ahead and go premium in a moment. Appreciate each and every one of you watching and all the other platforms. Gonna do premium exclusive in 3, 2, 1. Update stream.